My name is Ivan, and thank you for renting from MFE. Today we'll be going over the Hovermap ST and the associated items that come along with it. Your items should have came in a case, whether it be the backpack case or a handheld square case. Upon receiving your item, please ensure that everything that was given to you on the checklist is actually there. And upon opening the case, please ensure that the following items are there. First things first, we'll be going over the Hovermap ST unit itself. And please ensure that the sensor itself is free of any scratches or obvious damage. You should have received a mesh bag of 3 cables. The first one will be an adapter cable from the Hovermap ST to the backpack mount. The next will be a double-ended cable for the Matrice 300 mount to the Hovermap ST. And then lastly should be a power adapter for the battery pack that came with the Hovermap ST to the ST unit itself. Secondly, you should have received another mesh bag with the Matrice 300 mounting bracket. Please ensure that the cable is there and that the sticky pad with the cable is there. You should have also received a GoPro Hero Black, as well as the charging cable and wall adapter along with it. You should have also received 2 USB sticks. The first one is the Sentinel USB dongle. This is the key required for you to do any data processing for your Hovermap ST. And then secondly will be a storage USB that contains the software associated with the Hovermap ST, as well as any data you might like to store on it. As for the battery pack itself, it should be this brick right here. And it should also come with a belt mount as well. And then you'll have your hand mount, which should slide directly into the slot here on the back of the Hovermap ST. You should have also received a tablet as well as the charging cables and the tablet itself. And then lastly will be the charging cable for the battery pack that comes with the Hovermap ST. Now we'll be going over the setup for the Hovermap ST. First, you'll ensure that you have your battery pack along with the power adapter for that battery pack. You would want to take the square end and plug it into the battery pack into this green port here. Then you'll take this other end, take the cap off, and then plug it into the Hovermap ST unit. Please pull up on the rubber port cover and then slot the cable into place. Once everything is connected, hold down the power button here on the back of the Hovermap for approximately 3 seconds, or until the unit turns on. At first, you'll see a blinking red light, which will gradually turn to a yellow and then a slow pulsing blue. While that is setting up, go ahead and take your tablet, turn it on, and then go into your Wi-Fi settings. From there, you will want to connect directly to the Wi-Fi emitted from the Hovermap ST. This should be named Hovermap and then followed by the serial number of the unit that you have. This Wi-Fi will be protected by a password, and it will simply be Hovermap, all one word, all lowercase. Once you are connected to the ST, you should be able to find an app on your tablet labeled Hovermap. Go ahead and open up the app, and it should automatically connect to your unit. Now, if at any point in time your tablet fails, you can connect to the Hovermap through any device that has a Wi-Fi capability, following the same exact steps, only that now you would go to hover.map, and from there you can do all of your data management and access the same features that the app will have. Now we'll be going over how to mount the Hovermap ST to its various accessories. All the mounts that you'll have will have a dovetail mount on them. In order to mount this to the Hovermap, you'll line it up with the bracket on the back of the unit and simply slide it into place. You should hear a very audible click, and then the mount should fit snugly to the unit. In order to get the mount off of the Hovermap ST, you'll hold down both release buttons and then slide it out of place. Now I'll be going over how to mount the Hovermap ST to the backpack. Now, as mobile and lightweight as the Hovermap ST is, After a while and for prolonged scans, it can cause a large amount of fatigue on the arms. In order to do large scans over wide areas, it's simply easier to mount the Hovermap ST to its backpack. In order to mount the Hovermap ST, you're going to first take the battery pack that comes with the unit, then mount it here on the inside of the backpack lid. From there, you're going to take the cable, the associated cable for the backpack mount, and take the silver end and then plug it in to the power adapter. And then once this cable is in place, you're going to take the Hovermap ST, slot it onto its mounting bracket, and then plug the other end into the back of the Hovermap. Then once everything is plugged in, we'll hold down the power button for 3 seconds or until the unit turns on. And then follow the same startup steps as described before. Once your Hovermap unit is mounted to the backpack and fully powered on, to start a scan, you simply have to press the power button once or press start scan in the Hovermap app. After about 10 to 15 seconds, the Hovermap will begin spinning on its own and begin gathering data. So long as the Hovermap is spinning in place, it is gathering data at all times. In order to stop the scan, you would simply press the power button again or press stop in the Hovermap app. After about 10 to 15 seconds, the Hovermap should stop rotating. Thank you again for renting from MFE. If you have any questions, please feel free to call our main office or your sales rep.